If you earn 250,000 shillings a month, you don't. The number in your contract and the number that lands in your account are two different numbers. And the gap between them is bigger than almost anyone tells you before signing that particular contract. Nobody sits down to explain that. Not the HR, not even the person who does the recruiting. They don't explain anything. So today, I'll show you the real number, live on screen, and one trick that changes every salary talk that you'll have from today going forward.
Hi, is this Anne-Marie? I've been meaning to catch up with you.
I am Anne-Marie, and I help professionals to build a career they actually enjoy using real strategy, right? So if that sounds like you, I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and actually it's purely free. You'll not be charged anything. So now, let's open that particular payslip and we get deep into it. One idea first, right? I call it the payslip gap. This is everything the government takes out before the money reaches you, right? Most people know it exists. Almost nobody knows how big it is because we don't really take time to look at it. So here's the plan, right? I'll show you the forecasts, the real numbers, the mistake almost everyone makes, and the fix that puts money back to your pocket. So let's get down. The 4 things that leaves your salary before you never see them, I call them the 4 silent cuts. Cut 1 is NSSF. That's your pension, money saved for you when you stop working. And this one just changed. It went up in February actually. The most that comes out now is 6,480 shillings per month. That is on the higher side. Think of it like the water tank on your roof. You don't drink from it today, but those drops are why you'll have water years from now. The second cut is what we call the SHIF or the SHA. That's your health. It was replaced by the old NHIF. We remember it back then in 2024. It takes 2.7% of your gross. So on 250, that's 6,875 shillings. The cut 3 is the housing levy, 1.5% of your gross for the government housing plan. On the same salary, 3,750 shillings. So far, so small, 3 cuts, about 17,000. But we haven't even touched the big one, the giant in the room. That is the cut 4, the PAYE or the income tax. Here's what most people actually get wrong on these. The tax isn't charged on your full 250. Those other 3 of them are cut off first, then the tax is worked out from what is left. Kenya taxes you like a staircase. The first bit of your money is taxed lightly. Each step up, the rate climbs. So 10% will go to 25%, 30%, and so on. So the more you earn, the harder your top shilling gets hit. On this salary, the tax alone is 62,252 shillings. Picture your salary as a loaf of bread. Pay doesn't take a slice. It actually takes almost a quarter of the whole loaf before you actually have made a single sandwich out of it. Someone will always ask, what about NITA? It's 50 shillings a month and your employer pays it, not you. So it never touches your take home. Same will apply with things like help. That only shows up if you took a student loan and other deductions that look like that. So the 4 cuts on your screen are the one that hit everyone uniformly. Add the 4 cuts together and you get 79,367 shillings. Take off your 250. And here's the number that actually lands in your account. 170,643. That is what lands in your account. So the loaf that were promised was 250. That is what you are promised. The loaf that you eat or you get is 170. Almost 80,000 shillings, nearly a third of your pay, gone before you touch it. And here's the part that should make you sit up when I'm having this conversation. That isn't a trick or even an error or even a bad employer. It is normal. This is what 250 means for almost everyone earning it right now in our country. So take your gross, whatever it is, and remember one rough rule. In this range, you keep about 2/3. That's your real starting point. But knowing the number isn't the lesson, because I know you know. It is what to do with it. That is the lesson. Because most people, even after learning these and they know these, still make the same mistake. Let me show you the trap. The mistake almost everyone actually makes is that they ask for the wrong number. HR says, the role pays 250,000, right? You hear 250,000. You picture 250,000 in your account. But 250,000 is the gross, the loaf before sliced or chopped. And the landlord doesn't care about the gross. He doesn't or she doesn't. Your kids' school fees doesn't accept the gross. They don't, right? Your M-Pesa doesn't run on gross, not at all. Your whole life purely runs on net. And here's what most people really miss. Remember that particular staircase that I just mentioned? The top step are taxed harder. So when you push for maybe a pay raise, let's say maybe from 250 to up to 270, the big chunk of that particular extra 20 get taxed at the top rate. So you fought for 20, you just maybe keep around 13 or even 12. I had a client who nearly cried with relief after getting a 250 offer until her first payslip came and she called me. Surely, payroll had made a mistake, right? No, they didn't. So when she went back to ask for more, I actually stopped her first from saying, I want a bit more. I said, work out the exact net that you actually need. Then ask for the gross that gives you that particular net. She asked for one clear number with a reason, right? And because it sounded planned, not the way we say greedy, right? They said yes. Which brings us to the fixing now bit that I had promised that I'm going to share. The one tool alter to every professional in this particular country. I call it the reverse payslip. Everyone builds their salary the wrong way round. They start with a gross and hope that the net will be enough, right? The reverse payslip flips the whole concept. You start with the life that you need to pay for and work backwards to the number that you ask for. So the first step, the net you need, right? Not want, need. And underline that. We talk about your rent, food, school fees, transport. And this is one other thing that people really skip. You are saving, right? Treat saving like a bill you own your future self. Say, that land at 100,000 a month. Step 2, add the gap back. You keep about 2/3. Take the net you need and add roughly half against the top, right? 100 net, need about 145,000 gross. Step 3, ask for the exact number. Out loud and in writing. One clear gross number that gives you the net that you actually need. Do this today. 3 lines on your phone. The first one, the net I need. The second one, or number 2, multiply it by 1.25, 1.45, right? The third one, the gross I ask for the next time. For the exact figure, run it through any Kenyan net pay calculator. It only takes about 30 seconds. But do the thinking before you are in that particular room, not in that room where the negotiation is happening. Now, one last idea, and honestly, it is the whole reason I made this particular video. You have probably been asking for the wrong number your entire career. Every rise, every offer, what is your expectation moment? If you are thinking in gross, you are fighting for the wrong number. That was never really yours to keep. But here's the hopeful part. The moment you actually switch to thinking in net, you stop being surprised by your own payslip. You plan your school fees and savings against real money. You can't stop the government from taking its slice. And that part is not yours. You don't have control over it. But you can decide how big the loaf is before you agree to it. That's the whole game, right? So before your next salary talk, ask yourself one big honest question. Do I know the number that lands in my account, or just the one that sounds good on the contract? Because those are two different numbers. So now you know what your salary is really worth, which raises a bigger question now. Is it even the right salary in the right job? Because a lot of people chase bigger numbers to fix a feeling a raise was never going to fix at all, and it will never do that. I made a whole video on that. The 4 quiet lies that keep smart people stuck in their career, that drains them. If today made you rethink your money, that one will make you rethink your work, which I know you'll want to hear it. It is right here. And I'll see you in this particular video.